Now listen, yes, you need to level up, because every choice you make determines the standard that you accept for your life.
She's the lady, she has class. She's a lady, TJ or Pax.
Now listen, yes, you need to level up, because every choice you make determines the standard you accept for your life. Hello my darlings, welcome back to my channel. I am your lady TJ. If this is your first time, don't forget to hit the subscription button. So today I'm excited. We're going to talk about Dear Lady TJ. Yes, I got several emails, but I'm going to merge about 4 emails together because it's about the same topic, or rather they are connected. There's no way I will talk about one and it's not going to, the topics, the questions, the issues raised in the emails are kind of connected. There's no way I would talk about one or I will address one without veering off to the issues raised in the other email. So today I'm going to address some issues raised in about 4 emails. It will be faster if I don't have to read them one after the other, but I can explain. Issue borders about being intentional in marriage and having that talk with your significant other. In one of the emails, a lady complained that she had worked so hard and that she was the one that saw her husband through school, and at the end of the day he made money. Somehow God blessed him, he made quite a lot of money, and she found out that the properties that he bought, he put them only in his name, not in both of their names. Of course, this brought up some issues, some arguments, and at the end of the day, the marriage was kind of became rocky because she felt he wasn't being clear and he felt she was being too forceful. She said what broke the camel's back was when he vehemently told her that he worked hard to buy those properties and that she had no business insisting that her name be put in those properties, so that she should work hard to and get those properties. So it brought quite a lot of problems, and at the end of the day the marriage is shaky and she's asking what she should do in this particular case. Then I got another email from a man who is asking what he should do because he married a woman that is not really lazy. He said he doesn't want to use that word lazy, but she has refused to go to work. She has refused to do anything because she said she's not cut out for a life full of stress. He said he works practically 2 jobs to support them, that she's not very demanding, but that he would want her to work. He has talked to her to no avail. He has included family members in this matter to talk to her, and she doesn't seem to be budging. She does not want to do anything. He said he has enlisted the help of family members to try to trash out this issue with her while she has refused to work. According to him, she was actually working when they met, and along the line it wasn't convenient for her to go to work again, so she had to stay home to take care of the kids. And she said she does not want to go to work because she's not making demands, she's still living within her means. But he said that the bills are piling for him and that he would prefer, since the kids are older now, he should go back to work. But she said no, she's adamant that she doesn't want to work. So he's asking, in this case, what should he do? Because the bills are piling, he's not getting younger, and the strain is showing on his body, or rather he's feeling the strain in his body because he's getting to the retirement age. So how do you handle somebody like that? The other mail is from a lady. She said she was actually working, but she had to leave work because she would go to work and come back and still have to take care of the household. She said it was tiring for her, it was too stressful for her. The husband was not always around, but that he will always say that when he comes back, he will help out in the house, and he does help out whenever he's around, but when he's not around, it's still the same thing. So she had to quit her job because she just could not cope. what's his excuse is that he does not want strangers coming to the house to work, but that the strain is telling on her, and he does not want strangers coming into the house when he's around or when he's not around. He's just not comfortable letting strangers into the house. So he stopped her from getting help outside or from getting anybody to help out in the household chores. So she basically had to stop work because it was affecting her health. She stopped work because she wanted the husband to actually understand. Maybe he realized by the time he sees her at home that really it has gotten to that point where she can no longer cope. She said even with the fact that she is at home, he still said no, that they were not going to have strangers in the house, and that whenever he's around, he's going to help her with the household chores. And she's asking, she's running out on her savings, and she's wondering if she should go back to work or if she should just stay to still make him understand. She had been out of work for like 3 months, and she wants to stretch it to like 6 months to see if that would change his mind, or if she should just go ahead, employ somebody, and damn the consequences. So what do you think she should do? Then the fourth mail is from a male. He said he actually got married to an identical twin, but that her character is completely different when compared to that of her other twin. He said his wife does not encourage him. She's not like his hype man compared to her twin, who hypes the husband all the time. That most times he comes up with a very bright idea that instead of hearing him out, that she will just shout him down or discourage him from following that path. He is quite close to her twin's husband, and so they discussed quite a lot, and he found out that her sister's character is completely different from hers, and her approach to life is different. It's okay with she having a different approach to life, but the fact is that he's getting depressed because of her attitude. That two of those ideas that his own wife had discouraged him from pursuing, he discussed with the sister's husband, and that one decided to give it a try, and it worked for him. The thing is, he said when the sister's husband and him discussed, that's his wife's sister's husband, the twin to the wife. By the time him and the guy discussed, that the guy told him that at first he didn't even want to pursue that idea, but it was his wife, the twin to his own wife, that encouraged him and told him it will work. That it was that in fact he owed the success of those two particular businesses to the wife, because if not for her encouragement, there is no way, one, he would have pursued it, or two, he would have even succeeded. That at the point, silently on his own, he wanted to like drop one of the ideas. The wife asked him how far it was going, the project was going, and he told her the problems he was experiencing along the line, and that she encouraged him to do it this way, to do it a particular way, and at the end of the day, it succeeded. He said that made him feel bad. He was happy for the guy, but it made him feel bad because these were originally his ideas, and he just needed that encouragement from his wife. And that it's not just that she does not encourage him. Every moment, something happens, she tries to use something as an excuse to just like tear him down, and that it affects him. That he said he needs that encouragement from his wife, and he's not getting it, and it's really demoralizing because each time there is a little issue, she uses it to try to tear him down, and that he knows that they are twins and no two people can be the same, not even twins, but that he needs encouragement from his wife. He has sat her down, he has had this conversation severally with her, but she's not bulging. It's still the same thing, and there has been no change. It's still the same thing. When he has a brilliant idea, or an idea he feels is brilliant, he just needs someone to tell him, please go ahead, or I'm standing with you, or I am with you in this, I'm with you on this rather. But that he doesn't get that encouragement from his wife. That what she does is to like start putting fears and telling him he can't do it, it's not possible, or stuff like that. And that it's tiring. He has told her timelessly that a lack of faith in him, a lack of support, is actually affecting him. That even those 2 projects he took to the sister's husband, that he had told her those were his ideas that she didn't support. And she wasn't apologetic about it. She was like rather that he didn't need her. If he knew, he was sure what he was doing, he didn't need her to tell him to go ahead. He didn't even need to tell her. But he said that sometimes you know that you are with your partner and you need that encouragement, that push. And because he has had 1 or 2 failed projects, and she almost brought down the roof of the house complaining, and she still throws back those things to his face, that if not for what he did, maybe they wouldn't have lost money and stuff like that. Now he said one of the projects that the guy did, the sister's husband handled, that they actually use the words, exact words he used. He said one of those projects that he gave to the sister's husband that the guy handled, that there were some little hiccups along the way. Yes, hiccups was what he said. He said there were some little hiccups along the way, and he lost some money as a result of that. But at the end of the day, the wife was still encouraging. And so they went ahead with it, and they were able to recover not just the money that was lost, but make some profit out of it. So he's worried about his wife's behavior. Do you now understand the reason why I had to merge these 4 mails together? The issues expressed are kind of similar. There was actually another mail that expressed part of this issue, but there was also another issue expressed in it. If I had joined that one, it would have taken us away from these issues expressly stated in these other 4 emails. So I'll treat that one another time. But for this, you need to level up. Now listen, yes, you. The choice you make in life determines the standard that you accept for your life. Do not let somebody's opinion of you, not even your spouse, stop you from pursuing your dreams. Yes, we all need encouragement. We need a hype man. We need somebody that will give us that little push. But what if it's not there? What if such a person is not in our life? Does it mean we'll leave our dreams to die? Does it mean you won't go forward because you are looking for that push, for that affirmation? No, you need to psych yourself up. You need to level up and pursue those dreams. A lot of us have dreams, but we are too scared to pursue it because of what people would say, because of what even my spouse would say, or because I'm waiting for my spouse to give me that affirmation, because I'm waiting for my partner to give me that go ahead, that push. What if your partner is not willing to do that? I'm not saying it's okay that he or she is not willing, but what if that person is not willing to do that? Does it mean you leave your dreams to die? No, you need to push yourself. You need to psych yourself. You need to be your own hype man, and do not wait for your significant other to do that for you. And to those who express the fact that they need their significant other to give them that push, your expectations are valid. They are very valid. And so if you have a partner, you need to support that person. When you know that the person is pursuing a particular project and you know that it is okay, why don't you give the person that support? I am sure that you must have married somebody that, or you are with somebody that's about the same level with you, if not higher. And so if you are intelligent, there is the possibility that your partner is either as intelligent as you are or a bit more intelligent than you are. So why don't you Give your partner that encouragement, especially if it's not the fact that the person had embarked on a particular project over and over and over again and the person had to fail. We're talking about intentionally. We're talking about intentionally being your partner's hype man. We're talking about intentionally being the support for your partner. We're talking about men also letting the wives pursue their dreams. If your wife wants to work, then please, by all means, let her work. And if your husband has a project that he's doing, by all means, support him. Be the supportive spouse. If your partner has a project he's embarking on, by all means, support him. Just a word of encouragement, a pat on the back goes a long way. Instead of just tearing him down, reminding him of the other time that he failed, except this has become a pattern and that he fails all the time. Men need encouragement too. Instead of tearing him down, we need to encourage our partners, our significant other, to do better. They are human beings after all, and everybody likes to feel good. Everybody likes to know that the person has a support system in his life. As a matter of fact, we all need a support system in our life. Imagine that support coming from your significant other, the one you are closest to, the one you spend practically at least 80% of your time with, telling you she believes in you, he believes in you, and you can do it. Or after you're done and you make it, somebody not just taking it as one of those things, rather giving you that pat on the back to say, thank you for a job well done, or I knew you could do it, I believed you would be able to do it, and of course you did it and you did yourself. We all need such encouragement, such support system in our life. It's better when it's coming from your significant other. Like, this is somebody that you are with in the house almost every day, if not every day, and then do you want him to go outside to get the affirmation that he needs? Because yes, he's a man, but he needs that affirmation. The emails are a reminder that men need the affirmation, men need the push, men need the support that we women also expect from them. Men need the push, they need the support, they need affirmation from their partner. Yes, they could go outside and get it from their friends, but the one that they can get inside from their partner, it's invaluable. They need it. It's priceless when it's coming from their significant other. Men are human beings after all. Like I said, they are human beings and they need that affirmation. And every man wants to feel like the king in his home. And so he wants that affirmation. He wants that support from his queen, and that's you. So please, let's do better and give our men the push, the support that they need. Do not think because he's a man or he's all macho and so he doesn't need that push, that encouragement, or that pat on the back for a job well done. He needs it. He's a king. That's who he is. Now, I do not understand why most guys do not like their partners to have help at home. Whatever the reason is, the fact still remains that your wife cannot do the work at home alone. Your partner cannot do the work at home alone. Like, you can imagine, you guys were young when you got married, but as the day increases, or rather as the years go by, you are both getting old. Not just you. She's also getting old. She's also getting older, just as you are. If she was able to cope at the beginning, it doesn't mean she'll be able to cope much later, especially when the kids have all gone back to school. So guys, I think you need to reconsider this. My darlings, what do you think is the reason why guys do not want their significant other or their wives to have help at home, especially when he knows it's not going to be around? There are some men that have to travel out of the state or the country to go to work, and they'll still say, I will help you, you don't need anybody. Like, how do you think she's going to get that help? Where is she going to get that help from? Or how are you going to get that help for her? Or how are you going to help her? You can imagine when a guy says, don't employ anybody, I'm going to help you, and then he doesn't work in the state or he works out of the country. How is he going to provide that help? There's something that we all need to remember, is that you were young, you got married, but as the years rolled by, you are getting older and your spouse is getting older too. There's this insect that has just been flying around and it's bothering me, but let's go ahead. So you can imagine when the man is not going to be around, maybe he's not in the state, or he works outside the state or outside the country, and he says, don't worry, I will help you with the household chores. How is that going to be possible? Or is it that he's going to help you only the times that he will be around? Then what about the times he's not around? What happens? There is something we need to understand, that you got married probably at a very young age, and as the years are rolling by, you are both getting older. Not just the woman, not just the man, both of you are getting older. So there needs to be this consideration. Signing the partner that refuses to pick up any job and the husband is complaining that he's not getting younger, I think you need to reconsider. We all need to reconsider. I think we need to also understand this, that the man is not getting younger. He said he's preparing for his retirement, and so maybe that additional fund is needed. You need to sit down and discuss it. I don't know, try, please let us know, what do you think about that particular issue? He said he's getting older, he's not getting younger, he's preparing for his retirement, but the wife simply refused to pick up any kind of job. She says she is tired and she doesn't want to work, and that she's not making financial demands on him, so that he should just let her be. Now, concerning this other one, the guy does not want the wife to have any help at home, so she had left her job. She made him feel that she had left it permanently, but she said she has taken a break from her job for about 2-3 months now, and that she wants to stretch it for like close to 6 months to see his reaction. But for the 2-3 months now that she had left the job, he is not budging. He says no help at all, and that she's getting tired because she's not getting younger. She needs to relax. But the husband says no help at all, that whenever he's around, he's going to help her. We need to really understand this. I have said this before, but let me reiterate it again. No one rule fits every household. No one rule fits every relationship. But there's something we need to remember. You both met, probably you were all both young, and you met and you decided to come together and raise a family, or you decided to be together, but you were younger when you met. As the years are rolling by, I have said this before, as the years are rolling by, you are both getting older. Every year adds to your age, and so you're getting older. And so the things you used to do as a youngster or as a youth, you won't have the strength to do them. You won't be that energetic again, especially for certain jobs. And so if help is needed, then why don't you provide that help? Or if it's the one that you need to employ somebody, why don't you employ the person? Or if it's the one that your husband needs you to at least do something to add to the home, why don't you do that? We need to understand that we are not getting younger. Every year adds to our age. Let me tell you a story. Yes, one of those stories. While in school, my friends and I, my classmates and I, we decided that we were going to go further. We were going to further our education when we were through with that particular degree. And so that was what we did. We were through and we decided to further our education. There was this lady, our friend, that was quite brilliant, and somehow she wasn't able to join us. She lived close to the school. I think they're from that particular community, the host community of that school. And so we went to see her one day when we saw that her name was not there, and we didn't know if she had applied, but a supplementary list was going to come out. So we went looking for her to find out why her name was not there, or what was, just basically to find out what was going on. And she told us that she was not able to apply then because her mother-in-law was sick and the whole stress of taking care of her was just too much. So we told her about the supplementary admission and encouraged her to apply. She actually gave one of the guys money to get the form for her and apply for that particular program. And he did. We helped him to make sure that he didn't forget. He did. We brought it back to her. She filled the forms and everything. We did the submission, everything together, waiting for the admission. Her name came out on the supplementary list. Now what happened? Time to start, she could not join us. When the supplementary admission was on the way and we didn't see her in school when looking for her, only for us to find out that she was pregnant. But she had been pregnant during the first program and she was still attending lectures with us. So we asked her what happened, and she said her mother-in-law was sick again and that she just had a lot of things to do, no help, because the husband said that he was going to help out, and so that she just had to manage. So most of the time she's always trying to rest or do other things. Her free time she uses to try to catch some sleep, take care of the kids, and that she's just choked. There is no way that she would be able to cope, that she would probably defer the admission, which she did. So we were going to see her from time to time to help her out in the house with the household chores, any errand that she would want us to run for her, because she had two small kids. She was pregnant. She had a sick mother-in-law in the house with her, and then even when the husband was around, maybe we want her to come into the campus with us to do one or two stuff, and she said no, that she had to stay back to make food for the husband, that he doesn't even know how to boil water, jokingly, that she needs to even make tea for him, that was how incapable the husband was, and so she had to help him out to take care of him whenever he's in town. So this went on for quite some time. It was time for her to give birth. We rallied round, helped her. The husband, of course, took her to the hospital. To cut a long story short, she gave birth and she was okay for 2 weeks, while she had given birth, and the husband was around too. And we also told him, if they would consider getting a maid now for this time when the wife had put to bed, and he said no, that they would manage. We wrote our exams and we went home. Our vacation was about a month, and we were calling her on the phone. She was always on bed rest. That 1 month break, we went back to school and we went to see her. We couldn't believe our eyes. She had kind of deteriorated, and she said she was going through depression. I don't know. I think after giving birth, she wasn't happy. She went into depression, and then she still had to do some chores and stuff like that. And it was really tough. She passed. But we didn't want to meddle into the affair. We helped as much as we could, and then it was time for another semester exam. After writing our exams, during the exams we didn't keep in touch. After writing our exams, we went looking for her, only to be told this back while we were writing exam. We blamed ourselves, because somehow, because of the exam, we didn't see her. we didn't call her, we were that busy. But maybe if we had called her, I don't know what we thought we would have been able to do, but we blamed ourselves. The guys, the girls, we blamed ourselves for not seeing her those 2 days. We wondered also how come she deteriorated to that extent that she had to, because the last time we saw her, she was weak, but not to the extent that, because the last time we saw her, she was weak, but we didn't expect that it would lead to, and we were sad, we cried, everything, helped as much as we could in the house like that. And then it was time to go on another vacation. We left, went back to campus feeling very sad. During her other classmates so went back feeling very sad, we're all broken. Other classmates came. It was time for us to vacate and go back home. We went home. About 2 to 3 weeks, it wasn't up to a month. It wasn't up to a month because we had to discuss amongst us. It wasn't up to a month. We now decided that we should go to the house to see how the man was coping, since he lost his wife, and is this somebody that she had always joked could not boil water for even himself. And then remember, the mother-in-law was there in the house, and she also had little kids in the house, and then there was a newborn baby because the baby survived, nothing happened to the baby. We went there, we knocked, and we saw strange faces that came to attend to us. We asked after the man. They said he'll be back soon, so we were allowed to wait. While waiting, we thought we would be able to help out, do 1 or 2 things, and but we saw that a nurse was tending to the baby. They had somebody tending to Mama, that's her mother-in-law, then the 2 kids. While we were playing with them, another maid came and took the 2 kids away. In fact, the kids, because they know us, they didn't want to leave us. They didn't want to leave us, and we had to encourage them that we were not leaving. We were waiting for their dad, that they should go with the auntie, as they called her, because I think she wanted to give them their bath. So we were just looking at this event unfolding in our eyes. We didn't wait for long. After then, the man came, and he came in all sweaty with this band on his head. I think he said he went to play, is it volleyball, squash, or badminton, or I don't know, but he went to play a game with friends, and so he apologized. He said he got a call from one of us, but he had to finish the game and then had a few drinks with his friends before coming. We looked at each other because this was a man that was always too busy. He didn't have time, and not like he was enjoying himself. And so we asked if there was a way we could help out in the house with everything. He said no, that he had employed a nurse to take care of the newborn baby. He has employed someone to take care of Mama, and then he had employed some other person to take care of the kids. In fact, that he employed a nanny for the kids and a driver to drive the nanny so they could drop the kids in school. We couldn't say anything. We're happy that at least he wasn't feeling absent so much, because our reason for going there was so that we could be able to help him in any way we could. But we now found out that he doesn't need us, that he didn't need us. He had already put in the right staff and all to take care of everything. He said no, that they're perfectly fine, that we can see that he has gotten people to take care of stuff, and that he does not travel as much as he used to again, so he's more at home now to take care of, put eyes on the kids. We left that day happy that At least the kids will not suffer, even though they will miss their mom. At least they will not suffer. They had somebody, or they have people that will take care of them. But sad because probably if he had provided all this stuff or all this help, our classmates wouldn't have. The work was just too much for her as a pregnant woman, or as a woman that just gave birth. The work was just too much for her. But he was always traveling, he was never around, and then she was taking care of an old woman. She was taking care of a newborn baby by the time she put to bed, and she was taking care of those kids all alone. She didn't even have a driver. She did not have a driver. It was even one of the guys that sometimes used to pick her up from the house to the school. Days that she says she cannot drive because she has a car but no driver, or the days that she says she's too weak to drive. One of the guys volunteers to drive her the days she's unable to drive. She never had a driver. We're sad for dreams unfulfilled. This was somebody that wanted to go back to school. She could not, because she was so encumbered with a lot of things that were happening at home, a lot of things that she was taking care of. She was so encumbered. We're sad because our classmates' dreams were not fulfilled. She had a dream of going back to school. She could not. Her excuse, she was taking care of the husband. At another point, she needs to be at home to take care of the kids, or she needs to be at home to take care of her mother-in-law. She needs to do this, she needs to do that. The list was endless, because she said her husband, even when he's around, she needs to be at home to take care of him, because he cannot do the simplest of chores to like make his own tea. So she had to stay back home to do it. It saddened us, because imagine a situation where all those stuff were provided when this lady was alive. She would have rested more, she would have recovered more from childbirth. Now the so-called strangers that he didn't want in his house are the ones taking care of his kids, taking care of his mom when his wife had gone. He used to be very, very busy, always traveling, but now he's at home to put an eye on the kids. And these emails just reminded me of this story, of this incident, and it kind of brings back these memories. It's sad. It's sad. I feel sad talking about this, because a lot would have been or might have been prevented if she had had just one help. Not talking about two, just one help, because I do not understand. When she gave birth, her sister came and took care of her for about 2 weeks and had to go back. After then, she was left alone with the man, the 2 kids, and her mother-in-law. If she had had those help, maybe she would have. So sometimes when we insist on not having the help, if we are not willing to render that help, or if we are willing and we won't be able to be there to render the help, I think it's okay to let the woman have the help, because she's not getting younger. Because they said after she gave birth, she went into depression and stress, trauma, and she just like that. She was not rested. Even before she got pregnant, she was always stressed out. She was always stressed out before she got pregnant. She was always stressed out. I don't know how she managed to cope with school and cope with all that she was facing at home. Please, you see that insect flying, just say hi to the insect, because I need to finish this finish shooting this video. So this is what I am saying. Her dreams all gone. So you see, her dreams all gone. Maybe she had insisted and gotten the help that she needed, or she had insisted and employed somebody. It would have brought a kind of friction in the marriage, and maybe she wanted to appear to be somebody, a submissive wife or something. I don't know. I understand the situation where maybe the man or she cannot afford to pay for help or to employ somebody. But when is a situation where they can afford to employ somebody, then maybe there are other concerns we are not privy to. But the fact is that those concerns became irrelevant as she lost, because not 1, 2, 3, up to 4 people were employed to take care of the home, and the man that was so busy was now more at home. Now it's kudos to him that he could find time to spend with his children, as the wife was not there, as the wife had gone to be with the Lord, as you say. It's kudos to him that he's able to make at that time to spend with the kids, as the wife had gone to be with the Lord, as you would say. But maybe it would have made a lot of difference if he had spent more time while she was alive, if he had at least employed 2 staff. Maybe if he had employed at least about 2 staff instead of the 4 he ended up employing. Or at least if he had gotten somebody to do the chores that she was not able to do. But he didn't listen to her. He insisted. Just like that, with those dreams unfulfilled. I'm here to let you know that we all need someone to hype us. We all need someone to support us. But the fact that you are not getting that support, the fact that you're not getting that hype, is not the reason for you to stop your dreams. I'm addressing the man who said when he brings up projects, he thinks of projects, the wife does not support him. I'm talking about the one that the husband does not want to listen to her. He insists that they don't need a staff or a help. You don't need, you know yourself. The fact of the matter is, you know yourself. The truth of the matter is, you know yourself, you know your capabilities. Only you know what you can handle and what you cannot handle. Because of what people would say, you don't pursue your dreams, or if because of what people would say, you don't take that risk, or if because of what people would say, or what society would say, or what the in-laws would say, you don't do the things. If because of what people would say or society would say, you're not intentional about achieving your dreams, because you don't want to be labeled a bad husband, or you don't want to be labeled a bad wife, you might live to regret it. So don't, because of the fact that you don't have somebody to encourage you, you don't have a support system, give up on your dreams. You know what your dreams are, and they are valid. You know what your dreams are, and they are valid. Just be intentional about your goal, and don't just give up because you don't have a support system. But we need to talk to ourselves. If you are not giving your significant other that support that he or she needs, where are you expecting her or him to get it from? But let's be intentional. If you are not giving your significant other that support that they need, where do you want them to get it from? They should go outside and get the affirmation you are not giving. They should go outside and get the support that you are not able to give. Not because you're not able to, because you don't want to give. Now this is not to encourage anyone to go outside to go look for affirmation or support, or go receive affirmation or support from the wrong quarters. It is just a wake-up call for all of us to understand that a significant other is in our life for we to provide that support, for we to provide that encouragement. Like, this is supposed to be our best friend. If you can't support or you can't encourage your best friend, then who will you encourage? Who are you going to support? They need that support. The men need that support. The women need that support. It doesn't make a man a weakling for him to seek affirmation too. He is a human being after all. He needs that support with his partner. He needs that encouragement. Let's learn to give people their roses when they can still smell it. Let's give them their roses when they can still smell it. Why wait till someone for you to hand over the person's rose to the person? The person needs it when the person is still alive. Like the case of this man. If he could afford all that, why wait till our classmate was no more? Let's give the support that is needed when it is needed. Sometimes some of us even withhold affection. Sometimes we even withhold affection. Why? You don't know how long that person is going to be alive until you decide that that is the time, you have a particular time that you want to release the affection to the person. You don't determine how long somebody stays alive. So give them that affection, give them that rose, give them that care, now that they are still alive. And that's insect again. Give them that care, now that they are still alive and they are able to appreciate it, or they are able to receive it. Give it to them. Don't withhold it back. Let's learn to give our roses when the person can smell it and appreciate it. So tribe, I explained the emails to you. I tried to summarize them because they are far too long to read out individually. But I would like to read your thoughts on what your advice is to each of the people who wrote. I'd like to read your thoughts, and I'm sure they too will be watching to read your thoughts, to read your comments on what you think that they should do. I'm sure they would like to read your comments on what they should do, and so I would like you to comment below. What are your thoughts? Share your thoughts, share your advice. You don't know who you may be helping or you may be saving. But one thing I have said, and I'm still reiterating, is that learn to be each other's support system. There is a reason why you both came together as one. Learn to be there for your partner. Learn to be there for your significant other. All the affirmations that they need, give to them. Let them not get it from outside. Yes, they get it from outside. It's okay. But let them get it from you first, because you are in the same space with them. Let them get it from you. Let them smell their flowers while they are still alive. It is very important for them to smell their roses while they are still alive. It is very important for them to receive their flowers while they are still alive. But no matter what happens, even if you are not getting the encouragement, the support that you need, do not give up on your dreams. You do not have to give up on your dreams, the dreams that you have, because you are married. No, marriage should even give you that support to achieve those dreams. Do not give up on your dreams. Be your own hype man. Be your own encourager, because you know what? You are worth it. You don't understand the limitless miles you can go if only you are able to look inside yourself. The strength that is there is unfathomable. Once you make up your mind that you are going to achieve something, that you are going to succeed, and you decide to look inside yourself, the kind of strength that is inside of us is the kind of strength that we never imagined that we have. Once you refuse to give up, once you look inside yourself. So don't give up on your dreams just because your partner is not supporting you. Sometimes your partner will even come around when they see that you are succeeding. Just let the door be open. Sometimes your partner will even come around when they see that you are succeeding. Sometimes your partner will even come around when they see that you are succeeding. Don't close the door. Leave it open. Leave it open. Don't push them away. Don't push them away. Leave it open. Let them come and encourage you even at that point. As long as they encourage you, the point that they come in might not be so relevant. As long as they come in, the point that they come in might not be so relevant. Perhaps they needed that sign to show that, or to know that you are serious about achieving your aim, about achieving your goal and your purpose. And this is the reason why you should be intentional about the person you are getting married to. You need somebody that is going to be there, that will encourage you. You need the right partner. You need the right partner. You need somebody that will add to the happiness you already have inside of you. Only you can actually make yourself happy, but you need that encourager, that one that will be there. You need an encourager, that one that will be there to add to that happiness, and not someone that will make you sad. Because like, if you are not happy, where are you going to get it inside of you to be able to give out? If you don't feel loved, how are you going to get the love that you give out? You need to first of all feel loved by yourself. Love yourself. So this is why I've always said we need to be intentional about what we do, or what we even say to our partner, intentional about even the partner that we have, because you see, the right partner will support you. Maybe not immediately, but along the line, the right partner will support you because they know that it is important to you. It's important that your partner supports you to achieve your dream, because at the end of the day, it's still in the family. You enjoy it together. It's important. Your dreams are valid. Don't give up. Let this be a sign that it is time for you to pursue that dream. Let this be a sign that it is time for you to be intentional about what it is that you want, or for you to have that talk with your significant other and expect that there is a change, or for you to give that support to your significant other. Let's hear your thoughts. Your comments are so important, because I treated about 4 emails here, and each one similar but raised different points. Even my former classmates' own, my late classmates' story raised an issue. I would like to hear your thoughts about my late classmates' story too, because till today, I never went back to think about it. These emails made me go back to think about it. I didn't know it was going to make me feel sad. While talking to you at the point, I felt sad. While talking to you at the point, I felt sad, because I don't know. I'm videoing with sunlight, so at the point it will fluctuate. The sun goes behind the cloud or something, but just also like to hear your thoughts about my classmate's story, my former classmate's story, my late classmate's story. I'd like to hear your thoughts concerning it. I never went back to think about what had happened then, but discussing these emails, and I had to recount this story. I think I didn't prepare myself. At the point, I was sad. I don't know if you noticed. I tried to remain normal or calm, but I was really feeling bad inside, because I personally witnessed a dream that just went down the drain, when just a little compromise would have made a lot of difference. So never give up. I'm reiterating it over and over again. Don't give up on your dreams because someone is not seeing it your way. You know your dreams, and those dreams are valid. Just search inside of you. You have a strength that is unfathomable if only you're willing to check inside of you, to search inside of you. Draw from that strength, draw from it, and go after what it is that you believe that you can achieve, and your partner will come around. they will come around. That's the truth of the matter. Your partner will come around. Your partner will come around. And if you're yet to get married, this is also a sign that you should be intentional about who you are getting married to, because that support from your spouse, from your significant other is very important. I mean, it gives you like an added strength to carry on. Life is already hard. Life is already hard. You need somebody that is there to cushion it, the effect with you. And if you have that person already in your life, you are blessed. And if you have that person in your life, you are blessed in more ways than you can count. You don't know how blessed you are. If you have a good support system, especially if the support is coming from your significant other, you don't know how blessed you are until you hear of people's stories. I wish I can open up all my emails for you to see the kind of emails I receive on a daily basis. Some stories, I feel the pain of that person that wrote to me, even when I don't even know the person. It's that bad. So in a world that is already cruel, you don't want to get married to somebody that is cruel. You need somebody that is ready to sit down, compromise, have that talk with you, have that conversation with you, do things to just lighten the load for you. You know, just a word, a smile, a little effort here and there, it makes a lot of difference and goes a long way. You be that spouse that is the supportive one. You be that spouse that is supportive, that is intentional, that is loving, that is caring, because the world needs more people like you. And so if you're yet to subscribe, don't forget to subscribe and hit that post notification bell so you have more videos as they come. But whatever happens, don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on your dreams. But whatever happens, don't give up on your dreams. Your dreams, they are valid. Look inside of you. There is a strength untapped if you're not getting the support that you need. Look inside of you. There is a strength untapped if you're not getting the support that you need. Be your support system. Again and again I say it. Be your own support system. And if you are the partner that is giving that support, kudos to you. And if you are the partner that is giving that support, kudos to you. Like I said, the world needs more people like you. And so here is wishing you the very best that life has to offer. But don't forget, you are deserving of all the goodness that this life holds. Stay blessed. Be intentional, be that support system. Bye. Do you now understand the reason why I merged these 4 emails? Do you now understand the reason why I merged these 4 emails and we'll be addressing them together? Because they kind of express the same concerns, the same issues. There was actually a 5th email. If I had, that was kind of similar to this, if I had added that one, it would have kind of veered us away from the express issues in this particular 4. Do you now understand why I had to merge these 4 emails together? There was actually a 5th one that addressed, that was kind of similar, but if I had added that one, it would have taken the topic way off from where do you now understand why? So you see, our dreams all gone. Maybe she had insisted and had gotten help, or she had insisted and employed somebody. It would have brought some kind of friction in the marriage, and I don't know, maybe it would have so you see, our dreams all gone. So you see, our dreams all gone. Maybe she had insisted and gotten the help that she needed, or she had insisted and employed somebody. It would have brought a kind of friction in the marriage, and maybe she wanted to appear to be somebody, a submissive wife or something, I don't know. I understand the situation where maybe the man or she cannot afford to pay for help or to employ somebody. But when is a situation where they can afford to employ somebody, then maybe there are other concerns we are not privy to. But the fact is that those concerns became irrelevant as she lost, but the fact is that those concerns became irrelevant